All right, today we are in jail court. We are checking out an unlawful carrying of a weapon charge, terroristic threats, and driving while intoxicated. Let's check it out.
All right.
You want to, Oscar, you want to stick me in with Theodoro, please? Sorry, Judge.
Yeah, really. Interrupting a plea. All right, you ready? The 727-739, State of Texas versus Darnell Randall. Are you Darnell Randall?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Randall. You can lower your hand. Mr. Randall, is it all right with you that we proceed by video conference?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, in this case, Mr. Randall, 727739, you're charged with the offense of unlawfully carrying of a weapon. That is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Randall, you have several legal rights. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case. And what that means is you could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During that proceeding, Mr. Randall, your lawyer can call as many witnesses as he would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Mr. Randall, you understand you got those rights in these cases?
Yes, sir.
You also understand, Mr. Randall, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Yes, sir.
Right, but if you want to give them up, you can. You do it the same way in each case, and that is you fill out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Randall, did you go over the paperwork in both cases with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what's in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Great, because these documents tell me that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all of these trial rights we just talked about. It's telling me that you want to give up these rights or waive them so you can enter into an agreement with the state of Texas on these cases. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Randall. Then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Randall, evidently you have plea bargains in these cases. First thing you need to understand, sir, is I don't have to go along with your agreements. However, if I don't go along with these agreements, I'll allow you to withdraw your pleas and start all over again. So anything that you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you if that happens. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Randall, listen up. State's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Let's make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, State.
My apologies, Your Honor. May I have just one moment? I chatted Cornelius.
And this one is 727739.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure what the agreement is in that case, Cornelius.
You need the agreement?
Yes.
All right. Judge, he had a felony case, and this spins off the felony MTR. His deal was that he was going to plead both of these cases, credit for time served, and he's going to go to a program, in-house program.
All right, so how many days in the unlawfully carrying case?
It was well over 30. Let me I don't have exact days, but
Oscar, you know how many days he's got time serving?
Yes, it was more than enough, and then he's not getting out. He's going to a program.
No, I know. I just got to put something in a plea bargain, dude. I got to. So it says 14 on my docket sheet, but I don't know how many he's got. Oscar, can you help me out?
Judge, I don't think Oscar heard it all.
Sorry,
Oscar,
that wasn't a breaker room.
How many days does Randall have?
Mr. Randall,
On the unlawfully carrying case.
on the unlawful carrying, I have here, he's got 14 days, Judge. I can confirm on Odyssey if you give me a second.
All right.
Just on the unlawful, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Let me check right now.
Well, I'm going to need them on both anyway, but.
Okay. I can get that to you. Just give me Odyssey time. It's about 15-20 minutes. Just give me 1 minute.
I'm showing 17 from Odyssey, but we can do the 14 and get this plea over.
That's all I needed to hear, Kendra. That's all I needed to hear. Forget it, Oscar.
Okay.
So go ahead, Kendra. Give me the plea bargain.
The agreement will be a $0 fine, court costs, 14 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, money and time to run concurrent, and the state asks that the judgment be satisfied. Additionally, the state will ask for a motion to forfeit the weapon.
That's correct.
And
Judge.
it's going to run concurrent with 723-222, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Cornelius, is that the agreement?
That's the agreement, Judge.
Randall, is that what you agreed to?
Yes, sir.
All right, Cornelius, does Mr. Randall have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Darnell Randall, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Randall, please tell me how you plead to the Class A misdemeanor offense of unlawfully carrying of a weapon. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, Mr. Randall, you understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea.
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead?
No, sir.
Doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Randall. I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of unlawfully carrying a weapon, a Class A misdemeanor. I assess punishment at 0 fine to cost the court 14 days, 4 days in the Bexar County Jail. The time and the money will run concurrent. This case will run concurrent with 723-222. I will give you credit for time served, which means your judgment in this case is satisfied by the time you've already served. This was a plea bargain. You have no right to appeal. Mr. Randall, can we get to your other case?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is cause number 723-222, Mr. Randall, wherein you are charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention. That is also a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in the county jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Randall, you have the same exact constitutional rights as you had in the last case. That is, you have a right to remain silent, confront the witnesses against you, and have a jury trial in this case. However, I do have documentation in this case, like I did in the last, telling me that you want to give up those rights so you can get into an agreement with the state of Texas on this case as well. Is that what you want to do, Mr. Randall?
Yes, sir.
Great. Then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Evidently, you have a plea bargain in this case like the last, Mr. Randall. You already know I don't have to go along with your agreement, but don't worry too much about that. I'll let you withdraw your plea if I do not follow your agreement. The state's going to tell us what the plea bargain is in this case, Mr. Randall. Listen up and make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, Kendra, if you would.
The agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 13 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, money and time to run concurrent, and the state asks that the judgment be satisfied. Additionally, this case will run concurrent with cause number 727739.
All right. Cornelius, is that the agreement in this case?
That's the agreement, Judge.
Mr. Randall, is that what you agreed to in this case?
Yes, sir.
Great. All right, Cornelius, does Mr. Randall have a rational as well as factual understanding of this charge and proceedings against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses to this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you believe him to be legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Darnell Randall, I already know you're an American citizen, so tell me how you pleaded the Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest or detention. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Mr. Randall, you understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you, threaten you, put you in fear, or promise you anything to make you plead?
No, sir.
Doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Randall. I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I find you guilty of evading arrest or detention, a Class A misdemeanor. I assess punishment at 0 fine, the cost of court 13 days in the Bexar County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. This case will run concurrent with 727739. I will give you credit for time served on this case, so your judgment is satisfied on this case as well. This was another plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Mr. Randall, any questions?
No, sir.
All right, you take care of yourself. Good luck wherever you're going, all right?
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Judge.
Cornelius. You're welcome,
My
sir.
excuse.
All right, are you, this is cause number 736-844, State of Texas versus Theodore Munoz. Are you Theodore Munoz?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir. I swear to.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Munoz, you can lower your hand, sir. Mr. Munoz, is it okay with you that we proceed by video conference?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You are charged with the offense of terroristic threats. That is a Class B misdemeanor, punishable by up to 180 days in jail and up to a $2,000 fine. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Munoz, you have several legal rights. You have the right to remain silent. You also have a right to a jury trial and to confront the witnesses against you in this case, which means You could ask the state to bring their witnesses into open court to testify against you, where your lawyer can cross-examine those witnesses in front of a jury. During that proceeding, Mr. Munoz, your lawyer can call as many witnesses as he would like for you or on your behalf in front of that same jury. Mr. Munoz, do you understand, sir, you have those rights?
Yes, sir, I understand.
You also understand, Mr. Munoz, that you do not have to give up those rights.
Yes, sir, I understand.
But if you want to give them up, sir, you can. And you do it by filling out this paperwork called the Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court Admonitions. Mr. Munoz, did you go over this paperwork with your lawyer before you signed it?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what's in these documents?
Yes, sir.
Great, because these documents tell me, Mr. Munoz, that you understand what you're charged with, you understand the range of punishment, and then you further understand you have all of those trial rights that we talked about, but you're telling me that you want to give up those rights or waive them. So
Yes, sir.
So you can enter into an agreement with the state of Texas on this case. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
Great, then I will approve your waivers and have them filed with the papers in this cause. Mr. Munoz, evidently you have a plea bargain in this case. First thing you need to understand, sir, is I don't have to go along with your agreement. However, if I don't go along with your agreement for any reason, I will allow you to withdraw your plea and start all over again. So anything you say in the next few minutes will not be held against you if that happens. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Munoz, listen up. State's going to tell us what the plea bargain is. Let's make sure it is what you agreed to. Go ahead, State.
The agreement is for a $0 fine, court costs, 66 days in the Bear County Jail, credit for time served, money and time to run concurrent, and the state asks that the judgment be satisfied.
All right, Abe Garza, is that the agreement?
That is, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Munoz, is that what you agreed to?
Yes, sir.
All right, Abe, does Mr. Munoz have a rational as well as factual understanding of the charge and the proceedings against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he been able to assist you in the preparation of any possible defenses?
He has.
In your opinion, is he legally competent to waive his rights and enter into this plea?
I believe so, yes.
All right, Mr. Theodore Munoz, are you a citizen of the United States of America?
Yes, sir, I am a citizen.
Mr. Munoz, please tell me how you plead to the Class B misdemeanor offense of terroristic threats. Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, sir.
Mr. Munoz, you understand I can still find you guilty based upon that plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, promised you anything to make you plead?
No, sir.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Munoz. I will accept your plea of no contest. Upon that plea, I do find you guilty of terroristic threats, a Class B misdemeanor. I assess punishment at zero fine, the cost of court 66 days in the Bear County Jail. The cost of court and the time will run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, which means your judgment in this case is satisfied by the time you've already served. Mr. Munoz, this was a plea bargain. You do not have a right to appeal. Mr. Munoz, any questions?
No, sir.
All right, take care of yourself. Stay well. Good luck.
Yes, sir. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I
have a good
appreciate
day.
that.
All right, Judge, we'll have Mr. Greiner with Romero Mendez Jorge.
Oh, is this a motion to revoke?
It is, Judge.
But I don't know if you're going to require the Spanish paperwork or not.
Bobby, I'm going to send you that. It's not your client, that one we're going to do right now. I'll send you the Spanish right now.
Okay. I'd have to back out to sign it because I'm not very tech savvy.
Oscar, I don't. I'm sorry. Is it the same guy as Jorge? Jonathan Romero?
No, yeah, Judge. Yeah, it's the name.
I got
down
Juan
there.
Romero Mendez on the paperwork.
I know, Judge. That's why I was going to ask you to correct it. He told me that his real name is Jorge.
Okay, so who did the paperwork, Reiner?
Yeah,
That's so I
that explains it.
Yeah, I figured something would be wrong on it. I would have to freaking correct or something like that. So
Yeah, of course.
no, all right. This is 691-983 State of Texas versus Juan. Oh no, it's not. It's Jorge Jonathan Romero. Jorge Jonathan Romero.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning, sir. Could you raise your right hand, please? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Romero, looks like. Oh, listen, first, before we proceed, is it all right with you that we proceed by video conference?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. Hey, I want you to know something. I've known your lawyer for like 30 years. I'm just playing with him. He's a real good lawyer, okay? So don't be concerned about that, all right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Looks like you were placed on probation for 16 months for driving while intoxicated on the 25th of April, 2023, right?
And for their fee, or
Somebody muted, Oscar.
and then they pay their fee.
Paul Acevedo is talking right when I'm in the plea.
Just muted him.
All right, sorry about that, Mr. Romero. You were placed on 16 months probation for DWI on April 25th, 2023. The state filed a motion to revoke that community supervision. You are aware of that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Romero, do me a favor, sir. Just listen up. State's going to read an allegation to you, and then you're going to tell me if it's true or not true. So make sure you understand what they're saying, okay?
Yes,
Go
Your Honor.
ahead, State.
We will be proceeding on violation of condition number 2, that on or about the 5th day of August, 2024, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Jorge Jonathan Romero did then and there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court, supervision officer, and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
Mr. Romero, do you understand that allegation against you?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Is it true or not true?
True.
Thank you, sir. State, you going to proceed on the others?
No, we will waive and abandon the rest.
Okay, Mr. Romero, it's important that you understand that based upon that one plea of true, I could, if I thought it was appropriate, revoke your community supervision in this case. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Romero, has anybody forced you, threatened you, put you in fear, or promised you anything to make you plead true?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing so freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Romero. I will accept your plea of true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement, sorry,
Go ahead.
is to revoke community supervision and sentence the defendant to a $0 fine, court costs, 30 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, money and time to run concurrent, and the state asks that the judgment be satisfied.
That is our agreement, Your Honor.
Oscar, how many days does he have real time?
16 is, I think, what we came up with, Judge.
Am I allowed, Oscar, do you know, to say judgment sat if he doesn't have those actual days in? I mean, I wouldn't do it in felony court. Does anybody know? You know what? Is the clerk on or?
I'm sorry, Judge, I wasn't a breaker. You need days in jail?
Yeah, no. I understand that he's got like 16, 17 days in jail, but the plea bargain is for 30 days in jail, but they want me to judgment sat him. I don't know if that will work with the clerks. In other words, he doesn't have 30 days. So can I judgment sat him or do they have to change the plea bargain to do judgment sat?
Well, Sunite is there. She's a clerk.
Sunite, do you know?
It's up to you, honestly.
Correct.
Really? So
Yes.
if they could say 180 days and he's got 5 days and I could just say judgment sat and they'll go by that?
From my understanding, yes.
Wow, what power I have that I didn't even. All right, Randy, is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, and that is my understanding that you do have that power.
Wow, look at that. Mr. Romero, did you know I had that power? No, neither did I, man. Don't answer that question. It's all right. Mr. Romero, is that what you agreed to? Judgment sat?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, then I will do it. I will find that it is true you violated condition number 2 of your probation. At this time, I revoke your community supervision for driving while intoxicated. I assess punishment at 0 fine, the cost of court, 30 days in the Bexar County Jail. The cost of court and the time we run concurrent. I will give you credit for time served, and I will say that this judgment is satisfied as per your agreement with the state of Texas. This was a revocation of community supervision. You have limited rights to appeal, Mr. Romero, which Mr. Greiner advise you about if you need any kind of advice in that regard, okay?
Yes.
Mr. Romero, do you have any questions, sir?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
You take care of yourself. You stay well, all right? Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. Randy Greiner, always a pleasure, lad.
May the force be with you, Judge.
Your Honor, brother. You too.
For more court videos, hit like and subscribe. Till next time, folks.